randomly I will pick. Okay, so I pick this. The next time, whichever that I give you tutorial or any practice to do, please include the the cover page like this, and also uh the question and the guidance. I mean, you can just continue from the question, from the tutorial. I mean, some of the guidance, some notes that I've given, you can actually continue that. You don't need to remove that. Okay, so I've given you some guidance that on how to summarizing that 4 papers. Okay, that 4 papers. And then this is the table. Okay, the table that you're going to you fill in. Okay, the information from the articles. Okay, from the articles that I've given you. Okay, so some of the article I give you is like more on a review paper. Okay, more on review paper, right? And those kind of review paper, actually it can help you to figure out the existing technology or existing approach on that topic. Okay. So for the paper, the vulnerabilities of risks of implementing IoT in cybersecurity. So this is a review paper. We call it as review paper. It's not a proposed work. Okay, it consists of a lot of summaries from the existing papers, the approaches, and also it talks about IoT threats and some of the approach like using strike mapping, right? And the defense strategies. So in this column, yeah, this is the thing that you should put in. Okay, so strength is where how you uh perhaps the strength, the strength column, you can actually elaborate more. Okay, you can actually elaborate more on the strength, where you can comment on which approach, okay, is preferred. All right. It's okay that you put it briefly like this, but there's nothing wrong, right? But the analysis of literature review, it should be able to help you. Okay, it should be able to help you uh to analyze, okay, about which method is good, which method is better, or among them which method is most suitable or most appropriate in the implementation. So the weakness, you can write it as overall, but if you want to have a better analysis, is that you may comment on which method uh, is weak or lack of something. Okay, so this kind of table is actually depend on how you look at the perspective to analyze it. If for review paper, it will be better that you you can you are able to comment, okay, certain approach that is good or bad. Okay, that will be a strong review on those kind of paper. Okay. So this is also a review. This is also a review, right? Four of the papers are review. Okay, four of these papers are review. So normally these are the first steps, or we call it as a shortcut, that you are able to learn the area, okay, the entire area, okay, of that specific topic. If sensing, wireless sensing security, you are able to learn, okay, all what are the classifications of signals, and then what are the sensing model that is being used. So this kind of literature review actually helps you a lot, because it can help you on deciding which approach or which area that you are going to choose, which topic you are going to choose. So normally the correct way to choose a topic is that we look at the bigger picture first. Okay, what is the area? So for example, the area, okay, is like cyber attacks, okay, and prevention techniques. We would want to know what are the cyber attacks, current trend of cyber attacks. So as you know that cyber attacks happens very swift, very swift and fast, that it can be changed every day or every moment. But we can look at it, the statistic, that which attacks happen frequently. Okay, for example, malware attack. For example lah. Okay, I also ask you to write it in a paragraph, right? Okay, so similarly, from your table, whatever that you have written in your table, you put it in a paragraph, okay, explaining from the review. The author, okay, the author have highlighted that which approach, okay, can perform the best, okay, for example, can perform the best in what kind of condition. Actually, these are the analysis that you should have or should learn for literature review. Okay, let's see another contour. Right, for this, I can see that there are a lot of information that this student is able to extract. Okay, so in every paper, you can actually spot the problem statement. Okay, for this, for paper, okay, for review paper or survey paper, the problem statement will be an overall problem of that specific area. In, for example, for this scenario is wireless sensing. Okay, for this scenario is wireless sensing. So the problem statement might be just targeting on overall of wireless sensing and not really specific in any methods. Okay, this can help you to understand what problem actually exists in the area of wireless sensing. So method proposed, there are a series of methods proposed, right? So it's good that you highlighted the method that is proposed. Normally we will put because the author have reviewed a lot. So normally we put something that the something that is can produce good result. Okay, the method that can produce good result or efficient, high efficiency. Okay, so when I ask you to categorize it, the information under strength or weakness, this is actually help you to understand whether which method is stronger or it is better. But when we talk about better, it can be in a certain condition. It's not that this is the best method. No. Sometimes under this condition, maybe this approach is able to prevent the attack, okay, of certain vulnerability in the wireless sensing system. So there is like impossible that you conclude that the best method, but it can be the best method under certain condition, okay? Or actually the best method, the word best is maybe we can avoid it lah, okay? Because normally when you I think better avoid lah the word best, okay? Because we need to give justification. Why do we say that? Why claim that this method is suitable? Okay, is suitable or appropriate in this project? We have to justify that. Okay, maybe it allows more data. I mean, it can process more data in an accurate way. It can detect faster than the other method. So the word best or optimum, okay, the most optimum, that will be a question from the assessor sometimes. So maybe you can avoid this, but if you want to use that word, you have to have a very strong justification, maybe in terms of percentage, okay, measurable evidence. Okay, whenever that we say that it is bad, it is slow, we need evidence, okay, in terms of technical research. So it's good that you can extract a lot of information, especially you can identify, okay, whatever attacks that highlighted, okay, in the paper. That will be really help you in understanding, because it's very limited knowledge that you have go through, you have gone through for during your degree. So there are a lot, okay, that is not included in the syllabus. So this is the time that if you interested in certain topics, you may read their review or survey papers that enable you to have the idea that, okay, how many types of attack in wireless sensing system, how many attacks like targeting web application, okay? So they're very good that you have done your work, okay? So I'm not worrying that you are using AI, okay? I'm not worrying that, because even you use ChatGPT or Gemini to help you, you still need to have your own perspective. What kind of result or answer that you want it, okay, to present in your table? So I can see that different answer, from different students. It's not that the same answer from what your findings. So some is able to extract a lot of information. Maybe the prompt that you use, you be very specific in order to extract the useful information. But for your information, last time without the AI browser, without the AI search engine or those AI application, those AI tool, we as an academician or researcher, we do it manually. Okay, we do it manually in the conventional way that we read the whole article. Okay, and we use highlighter to highlight the point. From there, we put it into the table and categorize it manually. So now your life is very good. You know, your life is much more easier than last time. But the standard will go higher when things get easy. The standard will go higher. Agree or not? Okay, the standard go higher, and also the result, the expectation also higher from us lah. Okay. Okay, do you know that why I want you to do a column on future direction? Anyone can answer or not? Why? Actually, you are easy enough that you have this, you know, until result or findings. But why do I need you to put a column that is a future direction? Anyone? You can write it in the chat lah. Okay, you can write in the chat. Why do I include future direction? And you can see that some of the literature review analysis is without future direction. Do you know or not? There's a very important information in this part, future direction or future work. Anyone? The reason that I put it here, what kind of information that you are able to extract, you are able to receive from the, if the author have put future direction, what important information that you are able to take to receive? Ada orang nak try?
Is it kalau ada future direction tu macam kita tahu things to improve?
Very good, exactly. Kan you all must or now currently you all doing FYP1, or some are going to do FYP1 next semester, right? So when we talk about FYP, you will feel that you are in a macam very blur, right? No direction. Okay, so when you do literature review, when you read this kind of paper, you extract out future direction. You know that what is lack, okay, what is lack, and the author suggesting this is the thing that haven't been done yet. Okay, this is the gap, research gap. But okay, in during undergrad, we don't talk about research gap lah. Okay, we just talk about problem statement, because in postgraduate study, master or PhD, then we only talk about research gap. So for 8 months or 9 months FYP1 and FYP2, we only like focus on what is the problem. So from the future direction, you know that this is the thing that haven't been done yet, or something that need improvement. So that is that portion where you take it to do your research. Boleh? Everyone can or not?
Can, madam.
Rather than you go to ChatGPT and ask the ChatGPT, what are the titles that is suitable for cybersecurity? Okay, so that is very wide, you know. That is very wide. So ChatGPT also will come out something that is repeatable, something that actually being solved. That's why the answer from the ChatGPT or Gemini is actually not strong enough. But the way that, if we know how to categorize it, what information that we are able to extract it, that will be a stronger way, okay, to do research, instead of blindly asking the AI what is the trend, or what is the topic that you can do. Okay, So this is the shortcut, a very good and very practical shortcut to inspire you, okay, which direction you want to go. So some lack of integration. So maybe this is the area that you want to do. Okay, another thing is that whatever they suggested, you can find it, you can further do some further reading, that whether is from the research papers, okay, current research paper like 2024 2023, that whether is that a problem that we need to address. Okay, so that will be a citation later. Maybe next week we talk about citation. Okay, this week we talk about how to do how to choose a topic, how to do a research. That's why before I entered the topic, how to choosing a suitable research topic, right? This is the review, the general review that you should do. From here, you will know that, okay, in this area, for example, the cybersecurity area, what is the next step? Okay, so this is the direction that you know that, okay, the failure, the findings, the current findings, and the lacking. All right. One more thing, okay, for our BCSS scope, do not use user friendly or feasibility or usability as your problem statement. Okay, whether the UI is user friendly or not actually is not it's not BCSS problem. Okay, it's not our program problem. Okay, maybe the design. Okay, maybe the design. So avoid that your problem statement using the UI is not user friendly, there is a lack of awareness. This is not a strong problem statement. And remember that whatever that you state in the problem statement, you need to prove. So at the end of your FYP2, how do you prove that your apps is very user friendly? So you need to go and do a user friendliness testing, right? Okay, can you see that when you do a user friendliness testing, it doesn't like relate to your study, you know. It's more on like, oh, how you put the data or how you need to design. So that's why this is not appropriate, okay, to be used in problem statement. Remember, do not say that not user friendly enough. Then you want to develop a system that is more user friendly. Okay, this is not BCSS scope, okay. Everything that we do, we have to align with the BCSS scope. I think Madam, or maybe later I share with you about the scope lah, okay. Anyway, you also will also learn during your FYP1 class. Okay, I think we around 12, so I think we should start on the lecture, because this is very important. Okay, choosing the right cybersecurity research topic. Okay, this is for BCSS. Okay, not general, for BCSS students, those who are taking BCSS course at the end of your semester, after perhaps next time, right? Next semester or this semester, you are concurrently doing your FYP1 and also this research methodology. So how do you choose the right topic? Okay, select a cybersecurity topic that excites you. Okay, you need to feel excited, you know, excited when you choose the topic, because you are going to stay with this topic for the rest of the months. Okay, for the rest of the months, you need to stay motivated. You need to be always excited, okay, to do your research, because many students, they many students is like, let's say, okay, your supervisor is busy. You know, as an academician, we need to teach. We have paperwork, and then we have some admin position. So, and then we also supervise a lot of students. And your supervisor is not able to guide you every week, okay, every stage. You need to have a proactive attitude, okay, proactive attitude, in order for you to know if you're not being guided, okay, frequently, you know what are you going to do. Okay, for example, literature review. For example, you are going like to find out more exciting methods, or more uh um and also more maybe methodology, that you want to decide which methodology you want to use. So you if the topic is motivating, you are able to move on your own without spoon feeding. Okay, that's why choosing the right topic is very important. Do not choose and compete with your friend, or do not choose what ChatGPT said without um without considering that you are able to do or not, whether this topic is suitable for you. You do have the strength or capability to complete it. Okay. So next, oh yeah, ideal topics align with your strength, your supervisor expertise, as well as the emerging security challenges. Okay, what are the trend? Okay, the security challenges currently. So that is the trend. But even though it's the trend, you must also align with your strength. Okay, you need to know that what skill do you have? Okay, what skill do you have? Some in diploma, maybe you have learned some other courses that able to help you. Perhaps you have exposed to like network. You are good at network, so maybe you want to do network security vulnerabilities. Okay, things that is related to network. So maybe during your degree, during your diploma, if you take your diploma lah, okay. If you take foundation, then everything that start new lah during I mean for when you enroll this BCSS. So you have to look at your strength. Okay, you have to consider whether you are able or not to learn. Are you a fast learner? If you want to do something new and you don't know that, for example, you don't know about wireless, then you want to do something about wireless, and then you need to consider that whether you have enough time or not to learn that topic. Okay, how do you get research ideas? Stay updated with cybersecurity incidents and trends. Participate in CTF, workshops, and security forums. So this is the most effective way. When you participate in the competition, then from the question, you will know that those are the trends. Explore areas such as malware detection, secure coding, intrusion analysis, and IoT defense. This is example only, yeah, example. Okay, choosing the right research idea. Okay, for example, okay, I cannot state everything. So these are the scope that I pick it up. You can list some the open problems or potential projects that across system security. So normally, what are the problems or what are the weaknesses? secure OS design, right? And then the patch management, application security. What are the problems that exist for application security? Vulnerability detection, secure software lifecycle. Okay. The web security, cross-site scripting, phishing, web malware, IoT security. Okay, like the lightweight encryption, malware propagation prevention. So these are the things that you might interested to explore. Okay, remember for BCSS we do not do the hardware security. Okay, so because hardware security is like more on computer engineering, the word cyber security, system security, those things is on the software and then web or network. Okay, but just now as I say, right, there's a wireless sensing, right, system. Okay, if you want to do hardware like sensors, okay, like sensors, you need to integrate with the system or become an application in order for you to fulfill the BCSS scope. Okay, if you are really have a passion to do hardware, to play around with Arduino, to play around with sensors, okay, yes you can, but you have to come up with a system, an application, whether it's mobile or web design or desktop. You need to come up with a application. It's not that wholly depend on the hardware and the configuration. Okay, that one is not considered in our scope. Okay, everything in short lah. Okay, in short, in a nutshell, everything that you choose, the area that you choose, okay, no matter hardware or software, it must have software. Is okay lah, software security, that one is fine already. For hardware, it must integrate with the software, with the system, with an application. Okay, so that is the correct direction. Okay, understanding the problem, demonstrate your cybersecurity problem is real and unsolved. Okay, normally in problem statement, okay, we have two problem statement only, right? Two only problem statement. Do not do more than two because your FYP is a very short-term project. Okay, so two problem statement is enough. Do not go until 3, 4, 5 problem statement. Remember, each of the problem statement, you must prove it. Okay, you must prove it that problem is solved. And how to prove it? You need to do testing at the end. So problem statement, how do we come up with a good problem? How we understand the problem? Okay, first thing is that how we understand the problem, then only you can come up with your problem statement. How do we understand the problem? Okay, first, are existing tools insufficient or outdated? Okay, what types of attack or vulnerabilities persist despite countermeasures? What does this issue matter to organization or users? Okay, what are this security issue? Okay, I add on a security issue. To organization or users. Okay, I think this will be very clear, right? Are existing tools insufficient or outdated from cybersecurity perspective? What types of attacks or vulnerability persist despite countermeasures? Why does this security issue matter to organizations or users? Or Actually, community pun boleh ya. Community. Okay, all community. Later I will share you the slide, yeah, okay? Later I will share you the slide. Okay, issues to consider. Who is affected by the security problem? Who are the system intended users? Okay, intended users means target user. In another word, intended user is target user. This is important. Okay, this is very important. Okay, next is that the requirement you must align with the CIA confidentiality, integrity, okay, CIA, and availability. You may do a threat modeling in order to assess the threat and then attack surface with analysis. Okay, can I take attendance now? Okay, can I take attendance now? I don't want to take it after before the class end, because I noticed that students like enter late. Okay, so this like now is my limit lah. Okay. Take out your handphone to scan. The one I didn't have class, right? So at the moment it will be absent. I will look at your work lah, okay? Those who have submitted your work, then I will consider your attendance for the 21st. Today is 28. Take out your handphone to scan. The rest is absent, is it? The rest is absent. Remember, do not share laptop, okay? One laptop shared by 3 person. No, 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 please no. Because online session, your attendance will be captured, the logs in the system, okay? The logs in Microsoft Teams. So if you tell me, oh, why I didn't give you attendance, or you cannot scan or whatever, then I will refer back to the logs, okay, to the online attendance logs. So one person, one laptop. Okay. Do not use handphone during lecture. Okay, so I close the attendance here. Okay, let's continue. Okay, why do we need to write a research proposal? In any kind of event, you need to write a proposal. If you do a project, you do your research, you need to write a research proposal. Okay, so a cybersecurity proposal demonstrates that you have identified a significant security challenge and possess the technical and methodological competence to tackle it effectively. So for as for you, okay, you have come across a lot of information in the area of cybersecurity. You know that, okay, which area that have a significant security challenge, okay, and continuous security challenges where you yourself have the technical capability to tackle it, means to solve it, okay, to tackle or to solve it effectively. Okay, core question, okay, core question of why cybersecurity problem, what cybersecurity problem are you addressing? Okay, so this is from your interest, okay? This is from your interest. Remember, it is good, it's better to align with your interests, okay, so that you will have high motivation or high momentum throughout the period. So next is, what is significant? For example, is it whether the malware threat growth, or is it the critical level of IoT attacks. Okay, so what is significant? How will your study contribute to mitigation, detection, or prevention? So from the problem statement, you need to find out what is the solution to contribute to the mitigation or countermeasure. In order to come up with the method, what you need to do is that the literature review, okay, finding the systematic review or survey paper to know that what are the ways or approaches that it can able to contribute to the defense or prevention. So cyber elements of cybersecurity proposal: title, abstract, introduction, literature review, methodology, result, outcome, discussion. So this is a generic, okay, generic template lah. Can be modified, can be add, can reduce. Okay, sometimes we don't need an abstract. Abstract is not necessary. Okay, abstract is not necessary. But it depends on situation. If you want to quick review, maybe just title, intro slash background lah. Okay, intro slash background. Literature review, methodology, result, expected outcome. Okay, for a proposal, you do not know what is the result. So we put it as expected outcome. And discussion. Discussion can be it's not a must. Okay, it's not a must. The core elements are title, introduction, related work or literature review, methodology, and the expected outcome. Okay, actually this is called some, even we remove the methodology part. It depends, okay, this is just a standard template and it can be changed up to your requirement. Choosing a title, okay, choosing a title. Okay, nowadays you have a lot of resources to help you to choose a title, right? So title should be concise and descriptive. Avoid generic prefixes like a study of. You cannot choose a study of, cannot, because you are not, your final year project is not research based. Is you need to develop a prototype. At the end, you need to develop a prototype to prove your objective is your objective can be achieved. So you avoid things like a study. You are not a researcher that doing a like 2 years work, 2 years research. Then you can put a study, but you are just a FYP, final year project, where you just require to identify problems and then you solve it and prove it with your prototype with the testing and result. AI power malware detection framework for IoT devices. Okay, this is not suitable because if you develop the framework is something very big, you know. Okay, framework is actually something very big. Infrastructure framework, okay, it's very big. Normally, you for the safe selamat lah, okay. If safer, you can put a proposed method, okay, a proposed model or an enhanced model. Okay, in degree, you are not required to come up something new. Remember that. You're not required to come up something new or a very big scale. Framework is too big scale. So this one, tak boleh lah, this one cannot. Securing web, okay, this one, yes. Enhancing, now you see the enhancing, right? ML is machine learning. Put it in a full word. Don't use okay, this two is okay. Something that you propose is you don't need to be too big. An improvement and enhancement is enough. Okay, using what? Okay, using what method? So this is a good title lah, where what you want to solve and using what method. Okay. Okay, abstract. is something that after you have reading it, you know what's happening about the whole research. You understand by just reading an abstract. Abstract is very important, but you only write it the last. Okay, you only write it the last. In a research paper also you write it the last, and also in a dissertation also the last stage is the abstract. So in an abstract, if a good abstract, you can find that the problems may be included in the introduction. Description of the method may also include the design procedures, the testing, the samples that is being used. So for example, okay, this abstract, for example, this abstract, malware continues to be a dominant threat to global cybersecurity targeting system, web application, and IoT devices. So malware is something that can keep continuing growing. So the problem is that despite advances in antivirus and intrusion detection technologies, modern malware employs evasion techniques such as polymorphism and obfuscation. So this is a problem, okay? The highlighted one actually is a problem. Then what is this research going to do? Okay, next. This is the proposed method. This is the proposed method. This research aims to develop an adaptive malware detection framework. Okay, during undergrad, you don't do framework, okay, right? Don't, maybe model lah, okay, model. Leveraging machine learning and behavioral analytics, the study will explore feature extraction, hybrid detection model, and performance evaluation using real-world data sets. So data sets, where can you get data sets? If the most famous one is the Kaggle, or in GitHub, GitHub or Kaggle, you can get a lot of data set. The expected outcome is robust. Okay, next one is expected outcome. So this is very clear abstract. It's a very clear-cut abstract where the expected outcome is a robust and scalable detection mechanism capable of addressing emerging malware threats across multiple security layers. Okay, so you can get a lot of information in an abstract. All right, so in introduction, normally how do you write it? Okay, so what I'm telling you is just a very general in cybersecurity, okay, very general. If you want to do a specific topic, then you have to just focus on that specific topic. Do not too many sophisticated description. Yeah, okay. Remember, I know some of you like to it's very expressive. Okay, some of you are very expressive, and then a lot of informative. But then we are doing technical research. Everything that you need to really focus. Okay, focus on one area. Focus on a very specific area. Okay, even in cybersecurity, there are a lot of branches. Okay, agree, right? There are a lot of branches. If you want to list out what are the area that under cybersecurity, there are a lot. So in this lecture, I only take malware as a contoh lah, as a example. So in introduction, normally you can say that this problem, for example, malware infection cause a major data loss. Okay, once a system is infected by malware, rootkit or whatever, that it will totally like it happens a lot of problem. It can be like DOS, it can be suddenly breakdown, the server breakdown, and then you cannot access the data, financial losses, financial privacy, leak out. So there are a lot of impact. Okay, there are a lot of impact. So the introduction should be establish the context, problem significance, and the rationale for selecting a specific area. Okay, specific area. You want to go into system hardening, you can. Okay, you want to go into secure application, also can. So because for malware, even for malware itself, it also can have a lot of specific area. So where is this area that you want to focus, even for just malware alone? Okay, maybe the malware in the area of IoT protection. Okay, once the IoT system, if it's infected by the malware, then everything will be controlled by the malware. It's very, very dangerous. Okay, purpose, literature review. When you do your literature review, avoid reinventing existing solution. Okay, don't reinventing existing solution. You can improve it. You can improve it, but don't reinvent or redoing it. You can redo it, but if you redo, you know that actually what is the loophole. Then you add on the solution. So your improvement, your enhancement will be your significance. Okay, recognize key researchers and framework. It's important to recognize some of the famous researchers that doing that area, that specific area. Demonstrate understanding of malware evaluation, attack vectors, and defense mechanism. Include study on static. How this one don't have a bullet? Okay, never mind. Include studies of static dynamic analysis, sandboxing, anomaly detection, and zero-day attack mitigation. So these are the literature review that if you want to do about malware, focus on a certain area, because malware is very huge, very wide. You need to focus on a certain area and what malware you're doing, what kind of malware you're doing after you have done a thorough research on a category of malware. So which one are you focusing? You cannot do every malware. It's not you don't have enough time. So for example, this is only example, yeah. So how do you going to for example, that title is about the feature extraction, right? Feature extraction on the malware detection. You want to come up with feature extraction. So these are the papers that, okay, 2015 cannot lah, right? 2011. Okay, 5 years only, for 2011, no. 2015 also cannot. 2018 also cannot. 2019 maybe acceptable. Okay. So literature review, actually 5 years only. 2020 until, yeah, this year 2025. So this is outdated. Okay, this one considered outdated. Okay, later I want to change this slide. Okay, later I want to change this slide. Outdated. And then another review, you can have different types, different types of review. Sebab if you are doing, okay, for this abstract, is the author is doing proposing the feature extraction and also the detection using the hybrid detection model. So there are two things that the author is going to do, the researcher is going to do. That's why in literature review, he must review one area and another area. Okay, you can be 3 to 4 areas, so it depends on your research. Okay, it depends on your research. Okay, methodology. Methodology, describe how the cybersecurity problem will be studied. Okay, first, data collection, malware samples, network logs, analytical methods, the machine learning classification, penetration testing, tools and framework like Wireshark, Kuko, Sandbox, TensorFlow. Evaluation metric. Okay, these are all important because you need to know what are the tools you're using, what are the evaluation metrics. At the end of your prototype, how are you going to test it? You want to use accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score. If you don't know about like recall or F1 score, you just give it, and then you just maybe do accuracy or precision. And then you also do your penetration testing as your security testing. there are two testing that you need to do. One is functionality. Okay, each of the functionality works well or not. Second is the security testing, which is include penetration testing and all these. So this is the metrics, the evaluation or testing that you need to be done in order to prove that your your project have achieved the objective. Okay, expected outcome. Although results are not available at the proposal stage, that's why you may define the expected outcome. What are you going to expect? An AI-based malware classifier, a secure IoT communication prototype, improved vulnerability scanning methods, or a comparative performance study of web file. Okay, this one cannot. Sebab this one don't have don't have prototype. We only approve prototype, yeah. There's no like research, full research base. Discussion. Okay, this one is optional. Okay, it's optional. It's like conclusion. So maybe you want to convince the reviewer that the impact of your cybersecurity research, advantage, and then limitation, and then future work. You also need to include the project schedule. Normally, it is the Gantt chart, okay? Normally, it's in terms of Gantt chart. So, okay, so these are the this is for today's topic. I will continue on the VLE. Yeah. Okay, before I forget, I want to remind you. How many of you were 77? So can you form a group of 6 person? Next week I will brief you on the assignment. You have 2 assignment. 2 assignment. Okay, you have 2 assignment. One is the literature review report, another one is research proposal. So all these will be in group, because your class is very huge. If individual, I don't think I can finish 70 over proposal and comment. So it would be good that in a group, form a group of 6 person. Okay. Then choose a research topic. Okay, so these are the things that I want you to do. Later I will post upload a Excel sheet for you to write your group members' name. Okay, maximum lah, right? Maximum. You can be 5, but don't less than 5. Okay, because each of you all, you will have a task. I will write down clearly everyone task even though in a literature review. So I will memang give 6 tasks okay, 6 tasks by default. So if you less, then maybe you need to do a extra work okay. So it's better to have 6. Okay, guys, this one I will need you to do it. need to form it, and then I will upload the Excel sheet for you to fill in your name and your member's name. And also your topic. Okay, also the topic. First come, first serve lah. Okay, topic. I will upload an Excel sheet to record this information. Okay, now we look at the PLE. $120, I stop here. Then again, I randomly pick your work. Okay, let's look at this. So allow me to show your work. Yeah, okay, everyone, allow me to show your work. So I seek for your permission to show your work on the screen sharing with the class. Always remember to submit your work in PDF, because VLE only can view in PDF form. If you submit in Word, cannot view here. Hey, Adri Sikri, you didn't include your reference. Okay. Your problem statement is wrong. Because problem statement, this is the title, right? Problem statement is the problem that addressed probably in the introduction. Okay, in the introduction of the paper. A lot of kosong, a lot of empty space. Okay, for example, okay, I show you this. Which paper you like the most? There are 4 papers here. IoT. Okay, so this is the abstract. And good abstract, it will shows a lot of information. So when you read, you know that what are the comparative findings that the author have done. So this kind of paper, it tell you a lot of things related to IoT infrastructure that attacks. So from the literature, you know that what kind of features that can affect, okay, that can result in vulnerabilities. So you will have lack of access control, insecure web, lack of access control and encryption, poor software security, weak authentication. The map vulnerabilities with the threat model covering spoofing, tampering, reputation. So the literature delves into various categories of cyber attacks into IoT structure, or particularly concern are DOS. Okay, so it happens before that over 600,000 IoT devices. A notable example of Mirai botnet, which incapacitated major websites by commandeering over 600 IoT devices, forming a formidable botnet army. So this is very, very serious. And then resulting in DDoS assaults. Okay, so this is the paper that the author have reviewed a lot of papers. Okay, so this one, when you state that one, then you need to go to one and search one. In my table, I ask you to put it the full word, okay, full word, because you are not writing a paper. So you need to find this if one. Then, okay, each of the author, researcher, they have their own way. Okay, so for the table that I give you, that one is suitable for your level, for your degree level. So this author, he put like this is, you can see that what he prioritized on the future scope and contribution. That's why he put it the first. Okay, future scope and contribution. Then next, only research gap. And the last one is that the problem statement. So research gap, like what I told you, is that is further than the problem statement, where you can find a gap that between that a gap means that something that still haven't solved. Okay, something that is still haven't solved and is still like exposed to certain kind of threat. So that is a research gap. But as I told you, just follow the degree level, okay? Just follow the degree level. So this is more on reading lah, to find out the information, to extract the information. So you can see that there are a lot of information in this paper. It also have a future outlook for 2024. Okay, it tells you about the encryption, access control, patching and upgrades, network security, technology and strategy implemented. So these are the implemented technologies. Okay. So this is all the papers that can help you to figure out a specific title. So this kind of paper, it can give you a lot of information, perhaps the entire chapter of wireless sensing, just into this 33 of papers. So this paper is quite good. 33, you can see this is very good, This is summary of attacks and defense method for wireless sensing system. So representative work, subcategory. So it is divided into a few categories: attack at targets, attack at sources, attack at channels, defense. And also you have subcategories for each and every attack: static attack, dynamic attack, and adversary example attack. So for this author, this one is higher standard lah, perhaps for the postgraduate standard, where it addressed the representative work, core principle, challenges, and insights. Okay, insights is also equivalent to future direction. But future direction is very specific. Insight is like maybe the reader, the audience can read more about this. Okay, and these are the trend, that is insights. I like papers that have images, okay, easy to understanding what are jamming attacks. So this paper is very good. Okay, so now I tell you what is good paper, what is not. This paper considered very good, very informative. Especially it have all the images and telling you what are the attacks. So those who have strong fundamental knowledge on network, you can focus the area on like network or wireless, okay, wireless network research. Okay, so we look at this. So the first paper that this student reviews, this paper highlights about wireless sensing technology such as this are vulnerable to attacks such as spoofing, jamming, eavesdropping, and physical manipulations. So problem is that already highlighted in the paper, okay? Method proposed, the authors introduce role-based security framework to analyze wireless. And then there's key roles. The framework divides into 3 key roles. So you will have this victim weapon, shield. Strength, framework integrates both physical and cybersecurity for wireless sensing. So these are the strength that is found, and these are the weakness. The complexity of hybrid physical digital attacks make adaptive defenses challenging. So these are the weaknesses. And the results: active defense, passive defense. So all the findings, result of findings are okay. If you have result, because literature review, because survey paper may not have results. They are just using they are reviewing other people work. So that's why I slash it and then findings. Okay. Okay, this student is able to identify the future direction of the from the author. Okay, very good. And then the next paper is systematic review on classification. Okay, so problem statement. Okay, very good. You are able to extract, this student is able to extract out the problem statement from the paper. This study uses a systematic review approach. Yeah, because it's systematic review. And then you mentioned about firewalls. Okay, good. The paper classify the attacks. Strength. This provide a comprehensive categorization of yes. Covers multiple sector like medical, finance, education. Okay. Maybe you can add on what did the author the author conclude about the methods proposed, about the strength. Can look at the author perspective. Okay, the result, adopting AI machine. So these are the things that you may want to propose in future. Okay, in your assignment later also you can propose this, because you need to do a you need to do a sort of a proposal, research proposal. And the first assignment is literature review report. Okay, so look at the paragraph. Remember, one is the table on the summary. Another one will be the paragraph, will be the karangan lah, essay lah, okay? So this essay, why we need both? Table is for people to understand the overview of your comparative method. For dissertation, is a formal way to articulate your ideas, to articulate your findings in a proper way, in a more proper way. Okay. All right. Okay. Else. Okay, I review the last one and then we can finish. Look at this. The paper identifies that there is no comprehensive and standardized framework. Okay, very good. Okay, the paper identifies that system issue. Offer unified taxonomy that connects to CIA threat and cyber attack. Severity suffers from inconsistent terminology that limits effective communication. Oh, very good. You find the correct problem statement. IT system introduce new vulnerabilities due to resource constraint. Okay, suggest maintaining. Cyber research demonstrate. Okay, why you start with A kecil, small capital letter A. Analyze the growing. This is like something that incomplete your sentence. Analyze the growing. What analyze the growing security challenges in the Internet of Things ecosystem, emphasizing how limited device resources and poor security defaults. So this one is something missing. Okay, something missing in your sentence. You want to talk about the authors, is it? The authors analyze the growing security challenges. Okay. We look at one more. Okay, we look at one more work, then we stop. Okay, this kind of please make improvement, yeah. This subject is not something that you do it like your assignment homework, then settle, submit, then get attendance, then settle. No, actually, you need to take this opportunity. Whenever that I give you something to try on, you sincerely do your work. Okay, so sometimes if you're given a chance that to review something like this, please make it like in detail. When you talk about like limited knowledge about cyber attacks, their categorization, ways to prevent them, this is not problem statement. This is not maybe you can add on like to prevent them in towards what. Okay, towards what kind of attack? Lack of intentionally accepted cybersecurity terminology. Yeah, and then what it costs. Problem statement is actually is problem. Okay, when limited knowledge, when lack of accepted terminology, so what it will happen? IoT system face growing vulnerabilities due to, okay, this one, okay. There's no common classification or security framework, right? So for this review is too overall, okay, too overall. It's like something that we can't see, we can't really clearly have an idea that what is this paper about. Okay, it's like lack of content lah. If we look at one more, then we dismiss. Lack of awareness and classification, lack of standardized cybersecurity across nation. Lack of systematic classification. Okay, this problem statement, actually, I want you to state about that area problem, not about lack of awareness. Okay, lack of standardized this can be accepted. It would be best if you like you are able to extract out the problem of that area. Okay, the problem of IoT in cybersecurity, the problem of wireless sensing network security. So that will be more significant. Your citation tak betul. Next week I will go for how you cite inline and then in front of the line the author. So it's okay for now. Okay, the best paragraph I want to highlight the best synthesis paragraph after your table summary. The best one will be mentioning highlighting the approach that was mentioned by the author. Because it is a literature review or is a survey paper or systematic literature review, SLR. So from the paper, it would be best if you want to come up with a paragraph, it would be best that you highlight something significant. For example, security related issues. For example, what are the proposed methods that the author has mentioned in his comparative analysis. So okay, there are 3 types of paper that you are able to see the overview, to have a clearer perspective or the overview of research. Okay, first is systematic review. Okay, systematic literature review, SLR. Second is survey. Okay, a survey paper lah. Okay, it's not a survey that we go and ask people or interview people, not that kind of survey. A survey. The third one is comparative analysis. Comparative, something that starts with comparative review. So these are the 3 types of paper that you are able to read, you are able to gain information by just reading one paper instead of many papers. Okay, by just one paper, you are able to know the entire area. Like for example, the IoT network infrastructure or the wireless sensor network security. You are able to look at the bigger area. All right, guys. So please do what I want you to do, to form a group of maximum 6, and then to choose a research topic that align with BCSS. So after you have chosen a group, then you start to discuss. Okay, start to discuss. I will put a proper instruction later lah. Okay, I'll put instruction later for in the VLE, because I haven't draft the assessment. Okay, so meanwhile, do this first. Later, upload the Excel sheet for you to reserve your title based on the first come first basis. Okay, guys, I'll stop here and we continue next week. I'll look at your work, the topic that you choose. Okay, maybe by tomorrow or tomorrow or 2 days later or Friday, I will upload the Excel, because I have a lot of class, a lot of preparation need to be done. So maybe Friday lah. Friday I have 1 lecture only. Okay, guys.
Madam, do we need to resubmit for those who are incorrect?
Hey, no. But those who haven't done yet, you please do lah. Okay, those who newly joined the class and then didn't do, no need resubmit lah. Don't resubmit lah. Because you will be better when you do the assignment. Okay, no need resubmit. No need. Just know that what
Okay,
you have done wrong, or what you have done not sufficient. That's it only. Okay. So I see you next week. All right, guys.
Okay,
Bye,
thank
guys.
you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Madam, can I get attendance, madam?
Thank you,
Thank you,
madam.
madam.
Take attendance
Thank
just
you,
now.
madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
I
you,
have
madam.
taken attendance, sir. Why you didn't take just now?
I wasn't in my laptop, madam.
I will check lah. You put your name there first. You put your name in the chat.